made it to the NBA. He's played less than 20 games. So there's not any specific area or item that we're trying to do, which is trying to continue to, get him going in a way that he's understanding more of what we're trying to do. And I think he's getting better.
How do you handle the speed and the efficiency of Buddy Hield in their second unit
The second unit is very good, and they do a good job of running certain plays for certain guys. But we know Buddy. We've been around him enough, and terrific shooter, and he's the energy guy on that second team, and he brings scoring. But they've got other guys that's very capable that plays on that second team.
The game in Oklahoma City between the Jazz and the Thunder got canceled tonight. I guess it sounds like it was out of fear because some of the Utah players might have been sick. You guys are playing Utah here coming up. Is there, I guess, what's just the feeling in the locker room of maybe playing the game?
Yeah, like all we're doing is trying to prepare for the game tonight. I know that, Griff is in constant contact with the league. I'm sure everybody is in constant contact with the league right now, and I'm sure it'll be handled, in the very best way possible. But all of our energies right now is on what's going on tonight on the court here, and then we'll deal with it after the game, whatever that may be.
Luke mentioned that some of his guys could have gone and got testing voluntarily. Have you guys?
That's another thing that we've been on the road, and obviously every day there's been something new that have come about. So I'm sure that's something that we'll talk about, and I'm sure it's something that league-wide that they'll talk about. But like I said, right now, with all the information floating around out there, we really are just trying to concentrate on playing this game, get this figured out, and then we'll act accordingly. Obviously in coordination with the league.
Coach Gentry, there's also been talk about playing these games without the fans. How do you?
Well, I don't think it's anything, and I think even LeBron said it, I don't think there's anything that anybody would rather do than have the fans in the stands. You don't want to play a basketball game with empty seats. However, I think it's also important to understand that this is not a minor thing by any stretch of the imagination. And so, just not in this country, but in the world, you have to do whatever you have to contain it or manage it as much as you possibly can, and it's going to take some drastic measures, and this may be one of them. But it's not anything that anybody wants for sure.
Alvin, how difficult would it be if it gets to the point where the NBA does make that decision that there's no fans for teams like you guys in Sacramento and Portland and San Antonio, who are all kind of in that hunt trying to make it into the playoffs? How could that kind of affect, momentum in a way?
Well, like I said, the fans are the game. It's going to be interesting to see, the game tonight. But the fans, they drive the game as much as anybody does. And there's teams that got, the reputation of having unbelievably great, home crowds and stuff, and lift the team up. And to play without that is definitely going to have an effect on the whole game. The overall game, just the flow of the game, I think any of that is going to. But it may be something that has to be done, and it may be the responsible thing to do.
Does that raise questions in your mind about the integrity of the game and the competition under those circumstances? And do you see another way that you would prefer to go forward?
I think guys are going to play and compete. We just talked about, there's 5 or 6 teams, that's trying to get in one playoff spot. So I don't think you're going to have any problem with the competition part of it. And from an integrity standpoint, guys are going to compete and play. In any situation, I think it's not going to change. Obviously, like I said, there's the element of having the fans in the stand that add to the game, but I don't think it's not going to have guys compete or try if there's not fans in the stands. All right, thank you, guys.